Hello, in this episode, I would like to talk to you about how to take a break from Instagram without losing it all. Because I know that so many of you really want to take a break, but you're worried that if you take a complete break from Instagram, you're maybe planning to come back to it, but if you take a complete break from Instagram, you're worried that you're going to lose followers. You might have reached a milestone on your Instagram journey. You might have finally hit 100 followers, 500 followers, 1,000 followers or more. And that milestone is a really, really big deal. I get it. And so you're worried that if you take a break, you're just going to lose those followers. You might be worried that you're going to lose momentum. Maybe you've built up your feed and you're now getting really good reach, you're getting really good engagement, and you're really worried that if you take a break, you're just going to take a huge step backwards and you're going to lose that reach, you're going to lose that engagement. So this is why I want to cover this in this episode, because it's really important that you do every now and then take a break from Instagram. In fact, it's really important that every now and then you take a break from your other social media platforms too. But obviously in this episode, I'm just going to cover Instagram. So it's really important that you do take a break. And, the funny thing is, I'm an Instagram coach. I train people on how to use Instagram. I train people on how to use Instagram with their business, how to get visibility, how to attract the right customers, and how to make sales. But I actually also promote taking breaks. And you'd think me being an Instagram coach, and this is my whole business, that I wouldn't want people to take breaks. But I know how important it is to every now and then just take a break from Instagram. And I take breaks from Instagram myself. So if you take a break in the right way, then no, you won't lose followers. You won't lose momentum. You won't lose reach, and you won't lose engagement. So I want to talk to you about how to take how to take a break in the right kind of way. And, it does make me sad that I know that then when people do take breaks, they don't take proper breaks. They kind of take half-hearted breaks. Can you relate to this? So you think, I'll take a break, but because I'm so worried that I'm going to lose my followers, I'll just take a half-hearted break. So let's say you go off on holiday. You really do intend on spending 100% of your time focused on your holiday, focused on your family, focused on your friends. But then because of this worry in the back of your mind, you do sneak onto Instagram. And sneakily, either first thing in the morning, late at night, or when you're sitting around the pool and you're pretending that you're just chilling, you do hop onto Instagram and check in on Instagram. And that's not a proper break, is it? That's not a proper refreshing break. We need to take breaks. It might be, like I say, because you've got a holiday planned, or it might be something unexpected has happened outside of your business and you really do need to focus on something else. You've got other commitments suddenly. Or it might just be that you just need a break. You cannot be tied to your phone. You cannot be tied to Instagram or social media 24/7. You can start to lose excitement for the platform. You can start to get a little bit stale. It can start to feel like a chore. You can start to run out of ideas, and you can start to fall out of love with Instagram. So if you take a break before that happens, then that will never happen. You'll remain in love with Instagram. You'll remain excited about Instagram. And when you're excited, your audience can sense that. And that's when things really, really work for you on Instagram. Now, who's ever been on a break and they really have thought, I'm not going to think about work. I'm not going to think about my business. And as soon as you relax, take a deep breath, sit on that sun lounger, those ideas start flooding in. So there's nothing wrong with, if you are on holiday, pull out a notepad and pen. I love stationery, so get yourself a lovely new notepad with a quote on the front, something like that. Grab a pen and just jot down some ideas, but in a good old-fashioned just pen to paper kind of way. And then when you come back from your break and you log on and you're online, you can pull out that notepad full of these lovely ideas, full of ideas for fantastic Instagram posts. And you'll come back to it refreshed, and you'll come back to it loving it again. And yeah, the ideas will just flow. So that's why it's so important that you do take regular breaks. But how do you take a break? How do you take a break without losing it all? Most people, and I do wonder whether if you're listening to this, you're going to say, oh, I've done that. But most people make an announcement. So they get onto their Instagram feed and they create a post and say, hey guys, I'm going to now take a break. I'm going to take a week off. I'm going to take 2 weeks off. I'm going to take the month off. And they explain why. Don't do this. Don't make an announcement. Don't make an announcement, okay? That's where people are going wrong. That is the mistake that you are making. When you make an announcement like that, then your loyal followers, they'll be okay about that. They'll still follow you. They'll be absolutely fine about that. And they'll probably join in with that post. And they'll either sympathize, empathize. They'll be able to relate to what you're talking about. It might just be a holiday, but there might be more to it than that. There might be a bigger reason why you really need to take this break. So yes, you could end up having this huge conversation, lots of engagement with your followers. But don't make an announcement, because your other percentage of followers who don't know you, who are still getting to know you, that's when they're going to unfollow. Okay, that's when you're going to lose followers. Not when you're on the break, and not because you've taken a break, but because of the announcement that you've made. They're going to suddenly think, oh, what's the point in following them? They're not going to be around. They're not going to be posting. What's the point? I've clicked follow so I can see their content. And now they're telling me they're taking a break and they're not going to be producing any content. There's no point following them. I'll unfollow them. When we give out a follow, it's quite a precious thing to do. People don't just follow everyone and anyone. They're quite careful about who they follow. It's a bit like, when you're giving out your email address to a newsletter or to get a freebie, you don't just give it out to everybody and anybody. So they've given you this follow, and now you're telling them, by the way, I'm not going to be posting on Instagram for the next while. So they're going to just click unfollow, especially if they don't know you or they don't know you that well. There's plenty of other Instagram feeds out there. There's plenty of other businesses out there. There's plenty of other people giving out the same kind of information that maybe you're giving. So they're just going to click unfollow. So this is the big mistake that people make when they take a break. They make an announcement, which then causes people to unfollow. And of course, that announcement is your latest post. So it's sitting there. So any potential new followers that come across your feed because of all the work that you've done in the past, let's say the hashtags that you've been using, the search pages that you've managed to get onto, all that hard work that you've put into your feed, and a potential new follower comes across your feed because they are a potential customer. They are your ideal customer and client. And they've found you through these types of channels. They've come across your feed. And the first thing they see is, oh, by the way, I'm not around. I'm not here. They're not going to click follow. You're not going to get them during that time that you're away on your break. So don't make an announcement. Just take your break. Just go on holiday. Or just go ahead and do those things that you really need to do. Maybe that unexpected thing that's come up in your life that you've got to go and put your attention to. Just go. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Just leave Instagram. I mean, it sounds simple, doesn't it, when I say it? And I bet you're thinking, really? What? Just go. Yes, just go on your break. I'm sorry to tell you, but people aren't going to notice. They're not going to notice that you're not there, okay? So there's no need to announce that you're not going to be there. There's no need to announce that you're taking a break. Because one, people, they're not going to notice anyway. So if you didn't announce it, they wouldn't notice, they wouldn't mind. And if you do announce it, you're going to lose followers. And if you do announce it, you're not going to get those potential new followers clicking follow. What I would like you to do instead is make an announcement when you're back. Okay? So just go on your break. Just go. Then, when you're back, make an announcement. Say, hi, it's lovely to be back on Instagram. I took a little break. And then you can either say, I've just been on holiday, and you can report back about your holiday. Or it depends how much you want to share. You know, there might have been something painful that's happened in your life. That's up to you to decide how much you want to share about it. Or you might have just taken a break because you just needed a social media detox. You just needed a break. Turn it into a talking point, okay? Tell them why you took that break and turn it into a talking point. I bet you'll find that people will jump in, and if you've talked about your holiday, they'll go, oh, Italy is on my bucket list. I'd love to go there. Tell me more. Or they'll say, oh, I went to that place too. Or if you took a social media break, you'll find that people are going to come on and they're going to be saying, do you know what? I need to do the same. I really admire you for doing that. I bet you feel so much better for it. And then list what you're now going to be sharing on your Instagram feed. So you might be saying something like, so pleased I took that break, feeling really refreshed, really motivated, really raring to go. These are the kind of things I'm going to be sharing on my Instagram feed. And that will get them hooked, and it will keep them intrigued. So you've done the complete opposite to what a lot of people do, which is make an announcement and lose your followers. Now you've made an announcement when you've come back, and you've got people going, oh, that sounds really interesting. I can't wait to hear about this. I can't wait to hear about that. I'm so pleased she's going to be giving out more hints, tips. I'm so pleased that she's going to be doing a series on answering FAQs. I'm sticking around. I can't wait to see what comes next. The other thing that a lot of people don't realize as well is that if you take a break from Instagram, then when you come back, Instagram will actually help you to get out there again. They'll actually give you free promotion. Now, I did an Instagram post about this, and it's one of my most popular posts. A lot of people have commented on this post and said, oh, I feel so much relief reading this. So I'm just going to summarize what the post is to you, but I will also link to that Instagram post below so that you can have a little look at it, a little flick through it. It's a carousel. But yes, what happens is you take a break from Instagram, you come back, and once you post again, they send out a notification to your followers, which says, now I'll just use Creative Puddles because that's my Instagram username. I'll use that as an example. But if I've taken a break, they then send out this notification to my followers that says, at Creative Puddles, posted for the first time in a while. So that notification will actually go out to my followers. Have you ever seen that notification appear in your notifications? That is the reason why. It's because the person took a break. So you can't help but click on it and go, oh, what's this all about? They also send out notifications like at Creative Puddles added to their story for the first time in a while. Or at Creative Puddles just shared a reel for the first time in a while. So all these wonderful notifications that go out to your followers, and just makes it even so much better that you've gone and taken this break. Nothing has changed. You've not lost any of your followers, and Instagram has just gone and given you a whole load of free promotion. So why wouldn't you just take that break? Now, I have one last really important reason that I want to explain to you why you also shouldn't make an announcement about you taking a break from Instagram. But just before I get to that, I want to share with you a 20% off discount code for you that a lot of my podcast listeners have been using, which is fantastic. And I don't want you to miss out on that either. So if you use discount code podcast, then you'll get 20% off my Instagram growth and engagement course. I'll pop a link in the notes below, but if you go to www.creativepuddles.com, or if you go to my Instagram feed at Creative Puddles, then you'll see all my links in my bio. And find the Instagram growth and engagement course, use podcast discount code, get 20% off. And the reason I'm telling you this is I'm just kind of picturing you coming back from your break. You've got that enthusiasm, you've got that motivation, and I would just love you to channel your energies into this course, because this course has a 100% success rate. It explains to you exactly how to find your ideal customers and clients on Instagram and how to attract them back to your feed. You know, none of this just attracting randoms, random people to your feed who are never going to buy from you. The course is really focused on finding out all about your ideal customers, your ideal clients, and how to attract them back to your feed. So yeah, just wanted to quickly jump in with that. So another really important reason why you shouldn't make an announcement when you take a break from Instagram, especially if the reason you are taking a break is because you are going on holiday. The reason you shouldn't announce the fact that you're going on holiday is because if you are going on holiday, then that information in the wrong hands could be disastrous. Somebody could think to themselves, okay, they're off on holiday, it's a family holiday, their house is going to be empty. And I'm sorry to say, but it's really quite easy to find addresses, to find postal addresses of people, to find out where you live. This is the downside of things like social media, but it's something that you really need to be aware of. So what you don't want is this information getting into the wrong hands. They see that you are off for the first time ever, you're actually going to spend Christmas Day on a sunny island, something like that. So they then know that your house is going to be empty and that probably all your Christmas presents are still sitting around the Christmas tree. Or you announce that you're going off on your summer holiday, and a lot of people make the mistake of even giving out their dates. So if while you are away, your house gets broken into, the fact that you've made an announcement on Instagram, the fact you've made an announcement on social media means that your insurance might not pay up, because they see it like leaving your keys in the front door for people just to walk in. This is when I'm away, my house is empty, come in and help yourself. So you will probably see on my Instagram feed, when I've made a post about my holidays, you'll see my first line says, I've just had such a great time in. First of all, I never announce I'm taking a break. I never announce I'm going on holiday. And when I come back, because obviously it's fantastic content, it's a fantastic talking point, you've got some lovely photos. Of course, I'm going to talk about my holiday, but I talk about it when it's over. I talk about it when I've come back. So that's why this is a really important message that I really want to share with you. So please remember, if you need a break, take a break. Don't apologize for it. Don't feel guilty. Don't announce it. and enjoy that extra free promotion.